What up, Pink Ladies, T-Birds, patrons? So, just happen to be watching my shit. Okay, so, couple of things. Because this is a Patreon exclusive, I had planned on doing a video proper. As you can see, I still have on my pajamas from last night. If any of you guys were in my live, I'm just not feeling well today. So, the whole process of getting dressed, getting the camera, editing the shit, waiting 3 hours for it to be done, and then uploading it, not gonna happen today. I apologize for that. But because I did say that I was gonna start doing Untucked on Patreon, I want to get you out a video. It'll be better next time, I promise. So, couple things. I still never watched the whole episode all the way through. I didn't really want to. It was a bad episode. A couple things that I did want to say is I did get the chance to watch the Roscoe's viewing party. From now on, she who shall not be named, name will be Allison. We just gonna call that bitch Allison. Also, I watched Sugar Cane's review of episode 2, because Sugar Cane is a working queen, of course, so her reviews are a week behind. And she made a very good point. And because this is for my patrons only, I want to know what you guys think about this. I always take our handful of reviewers that are actually Rue Girls and what they say with a little bit more, because they're uniquely qualified to understand the experience. With that being said, Sugar Cane made a great point. She who should not be named, aka Allison. Allison, we know what she did. We know what she did was wrong. But there are still these artists out here that created these looks and created these wigs. And, it's already bad enough. They even said it on Roscoe's viewing party too. Detox brought it up. There are a lot of people that worked really, really hard on Allison's looks to be showcased. This is affecting them. It's not being shown. You can't go after the fact and get the good detail. Like the pictures, I'll tell you guys, patrons, I got the pictures from Instagram. RuPaul's Drag Race website, post everybody's pictures, boom. Oh, why am I trying to take a picture of the screen? I can just get them from here. Screenshot, crop, throw their little name tag on it, done. So, we're not getting to see the detail. If you guys have actually seen the review proper, you know that I said she actually had my second favorite look. And she did. It was phenomenal. So I think what I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to go ahead and pull the pictures proper. I'm going to get hers off of the screen, so it's already going to be not the greatest image of it. And I think I'm just going to put a pile over her face, and we're just going to talk about the look. I may even announce it as, I forgot what the designer's name is. Comment below and let me know what the designer's name is, because I may even address it on the show as this designer's look, as if it's a runway show as opposed to the drag queen. But that's a fair point. Another thing I want to say before we get into Untucked, and again, you guys are basically producers of the show. Y'all pay for it. So I want to know your opinion on this. Do you feel like, I feel like the episode would have been bad regardless. I feel like the episode would have been bad regardless because the challenge was bad. The runway wasn't, I wasn't blown away by the runway like I thought I would be. And the lip sync was horrible. So with that being said, I think it would have been a bad episode, period. However, do you think them trying to edit out Sherry Pie as much as possible is actually affecting the episodes? Because at the end of the day, I know a lot of you guys, because I've already did my premiere of the main episode, I know a lot of you guys agree with me that Heidi won. But with us not being able to, them trying to cut back on the the Allison, we can't even see to argue if maybe she actually should have won. Also, I watched Jake Beyonce's thing. See, when you get untucked, you get fully untucked, because I'm going to talk about everything else too. Do you think, and I hope I don't burn up my food while I'm doing this, but do you think that the girls are going to get $5,000 every time they win a challenge? And the reason why they posted the $5,000 up is because her $5,000 went to the Trevor Project. See, I think they did. Because I'm that type of a nerd about pop culture that I know like the little underlying stuff. And I'm quite sure that while they got their NDA and all this shit and they contracts where they got to be at these certain events and blah, for being on the season, I'm quite sure there's a morality clause. With that being said, if there is, which is usually standard when you're appearing on a television show, a morality clause so that when you do some fucked up shit, it doesn't reflect on the show or the network or the other people on the show. That's why they have morality clauses in place. I'm quite sure your contract with RuPaul's Drag Race is probably null and void. Because they don't want you at the reunion. Yeah, you was doing some stuff, but now some of the stuff that's on TV or some of the, like the extra stuff you cut right the hell up out of. You didn't fulfill your end of the bargain. You broke the morality clause. Because otherwise, if the contract was that ironclad that she would still get her money for winning these episodes, I'm sure in the contract, it's, we get to use your image, blah, and they said, fuck all that. So here we go. I don't think she's getting paid. I apologize because I'm not editing, but I do have to check my food. I told y'all I don't feel good. I need to eat. I'll cut it off. Hopefully it's still being on an electric stove. It don't scorch the noodles at the bottom. But I'm just where I'm at right now with all of this is that it is unfortunate. I can't knock the talent. Now we do know sometimes RuPaul's Drag Race pulls a patch and has somebody win that really shouldn't have been the winner. We used to see sometimes it's the person that's in the bottom that shouldn't have been in the bottom too. But with that being said, with them trying to edit her out because it was such an outrage, when do y'all ever, and for real, because these are things that I didn't say in the review, this is just for the patrons. When is the last time y'all seen somebody who won a challenge that didn't have no talking heads? I know they edited her out to be out as much as possible. Girl, I watched the pit stop. With Bob and Thorgy Thor. You know how, they're doing the images? It's, the winner is Sherry Pie. They showed that showed her on stage and came back off that shit so goddamn fast. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all are definitely doing that. And I appreciate it, but I would swear this is season 13 and not 12. Because they just got bad luck. Now, I think the episode would have been bad, period. I didn't care for the challenge. The runway theme didn't give me the life that I thought I was going to get off of it. Aiden Zane, I can say this, I have never, not once, y'all have said it sometime, but I have never, not once said, well, damn. Okay, I have said it. But this time is the most time I've never meant it so much in my life. The outfit that I put together to wear for the review was better than what Aiden Zane had on. She went to the hair store, bought some damn barrettes and some pre-made ribbons, got a sweater dress from a thrift shop, some hot pink socks, cut the hole in it, put it through the boot, put buttons on that, and that was the costume. Come on, man. So that's catching you up on everything else that I've watched pertaining to RuPaul's Drag Race. Now let's get into Untucked. Speaking of Aiden Zane, girl, the whole episode you was talking about how people thought I put you in the bottom. Then you was mad about Britta and thing telling you wasn't a leader. Then you want to bring it up in the workroom where you felt the way because Widow put you in the bottom. Girl, all that, and I know there is some editing magic, but you still have, I'm going all the way back to we need to kiki about Fifi. If you don't say it, they can't use it to edit it. Girl, you pressed. You gonna sit here and try to tell me you wasn't pressed? Oh, but let me explain myself. No, that's okay because this and this and this and this, which I'm sure that was editing. I'm sure she did let Widow Vaughn explain. And they edited it for her to be like, no, I could see that. I could see the cut the way that went. But, girl, you pressed that they put you in the bottom. And I see the reason they put you in the bottom. I'm looking at the garments that you're turning out, sis. Now, y'all might talk about Heidi. But you're not going to talk about Heidi being the Chi-Chi of the season. And we ain't talking about Aiden Zane, who is straight up and down wearing thrift store shit. Straight up and down. I liked what she came in to the workroom with on. But at the end of the day, that was a jacket over a vinyl cat suit that you can order from Amazon for $20. Okay? You wore the same wig I don't know how many damn times. You're not, that's another thing too. Michelle Visage, you ain't fussing at Aiden for having on the same makeup the whole time. Her makeup is the same. Oh, because it was pink this time. Still the same makeup. I forgot what she had on for the spring runway. But that fall runway, talking about a poncho, that was a tree skirt, a rug, a tablecloth. Which I'm not mad at using unconventional fabrics to do stuff. But like to not even do a bottom, you're buying socks and poking the hole through them, which honestly I do think is sickening. I think that's sickening as a boot cover idea. But you came on RuPaul's Drag Race with some hot pink socks on, a hot pink sweater dress, and some barrettes. And you mad because somebody put you in the bottom. Girl, bye. Dahlia Sin talking all this shit because I don't think I'm going to be in the bottom though. And I do Ariana Grande all the time. I don't know if you was in your feelings or you really, really, really felt like you wasn't going to be in the bottom. And I agree with you because I don't think you should have been either. I don't think you should have been in the bottom. I talked to a few of you. Well, not a few of you. But a few viewers that have said, well, Dahlia Sin's just not a good performer anyway. I didn't know that. The look was bad. I was trying to be sexy broccoli. I still don't get that. Bob the drag queen even came up with some cuter stuff that she could have said. She's just not quick like that, I guess. I don't know. But she was pressed. There was something else in the middle. Hold on, let's see. I can't remember what it was. It was something else in the middle. If I can't remember it, I just watched it. So if I can't remember it, it wasn't that important. Again, I really don't feel good. I'll do better. Usually, y'all know, I'm here with the notebook. I might not have been. It's Untucked. So, I ain't never been dressed for Untucked. It's Untucked. But, like, I just ain't feeling good. I'm hoping this food is going to make me feel a little bit better, give me a little bit more energy. But it is what it is. And it's not a hangover either. Like, I know the difference. I'm not hungover. I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning and went to the grocery store. It's probably more so that the temperature dropped extremely low in Ohio. It dropped to be extremely low. It's like 35 degrees outside. So, it probably had something to do with that. But in the meantime, in between time, I want to thank each and every one of you for being my patron. This whole last year, I mean from March to March, has really been rough for me. It's really been rough for my family. It seems like when it rains, it pours. Just when I'm about to get surgery, I don't even know if I'm having the surgery because there's a confirmed case of coronavirus in the hospital where I'm supposed to have my surgery at. They're not letting people be in the room with you. I'm not going to be able to talk when I get out of surgery. We're not doing that. So I don't know what's going on with that. Just as I'm starting to feel better, and then will probably ultimately feel the best once this is taken out. You guys help me. You guys motivate me to continue even doing this. I know that I usually was using the money to do costumes and to improve the channel, and probably about half the time I didn't have to use the money for something else. I'm on sick leave. They mess with the sick leave. I would go weeks without no money because they was taking their whole time to fill out paperwork and approve it. All that. I don't want to get emotional because I feel like I've been emotional for weeks on end, for about 2 years, and I don't want to be. So I will leave this video by saying this. Y'all will never understand how much it means to me that I have this many people that support my channel to the point where they use their hard-earned money to pay for me to talk about a TV show. That's incredible to me. Especially when I know I've been ill. I haven't been putting out the content the way I should be putting out the content. I know that I'm just now getting back on the game where I'm editing videos. I finally got the right lighting. Y'all also see the video yesterday was way brighter, but now I got to readjust the camera again to get all that together. I'm trying, folks. But y'all help me a whole lot, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I don't give a damn if you donate $1. I appreciate you. I know some of y'all I still owe stuff to. We getting that. Bear with me. Once I can actually do what I'm supposed to do, which is actually work, and then this is money that I can use towards the channel instead of money that I have to practically live on. I still use a little bit. Next week, listen, somebody already told me it was going to be the sports ball. And I had one look in mind that I was going to do. And then I seen the couple looks on the runway, and I was like, they're using like LaShawn Beyond. They using like the balls to go in the ball pit. I'm not going to do that. I'm probably going to use ping pong balls, but I had to come up with a look for that. And if I don't have Patreon, I don't do that. I'm trying as best as I can, but even with that, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to produce that look because it's going to depend on how many more cases and what's going on in the state of Ohio. Now, I don't think nobody is buying up all the ping pong balls. But you never know. People might be buying up all the ping pong balls because maybe, just maybe, they quarantine and they got a ping pong table. They can't leave their house. So I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how I feel about ordering them off of Amazon because you don't know where they're coming from. They have determined now the shit can be caught off of surfaces, so we don't fucking know. Okay? But here's what I promise you as my patrons. I promise that the next video will be better. It will be a full quality video just like we do the regular reviews. But you guys have actually been really, really, especially my patrons, you guys have been really, really understanding with my health issues and family issues and family health issues, and it's a lot. So from the bottom of my heart, I mean when I say thank you, and I love each and every one of y'all. I'm uploading this to YouTube, but it'll be unlisted. Please do not share it with people who are not patrons. Okay? I will ask y'all to do that. This is something special I'm doing for y'all because y'all support the channel financially. That's number one. Number two, you will be able to leave comments on it. So whatever I said, if you want to talk about any of that, get in those comments. I know there's other stuff on Patreon. I really got to sit down and just look into it. I thought these were things that I was going to do once I had surgery because I wasn't going to be able to talk and I was going to have to be in the house. Looks like that going to have to be in the house. It happened a little bit sooner, but I was planning on researching all of that and finding out because I think there's a way that I can actually have a live chat with you guys, and I want to figure out how to do that as well. So I want to thank each and every one of y'all. 20 minutes That's a good length. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, keep it greasy. Deuces.